From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh, as if it will not decay and fail you. One day the crude biomass that you call the temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved. For the machine is immortal. Serve the Omnissiah.
I may have creamed myself a little bit there. Anyway, hello everybody and welcome to Steve on Steve Plays Warhammer 40K Mechanicus. I've been waiting for this game for months. It's amazing. I love it to bits. As some of you know, I'm a massive Warhammer 40K fan, and finally there's a good Games Workshop funded game, well, supported game, and it's about the Adeptus Mechanicus, one of the coolest factions that almost never gets enough love. So without any further ado, let's get right into the story. New game, and let's go. The 41st millennium, a time of darkness and war. The Imperium of Man claims the whole galaxy in the name of the God Emperor. It fights an endless war against xenos from without, heretics from within, and supernatural horrors from beyond. That's actually the three branches of the Inquisition, Ordo Xenos, Ordo Hereticus, and Ordo Malleus, which is pretty cool. Alongside the Imperium's war fleets serve the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are the tech priests of Mars, guardians and reclaimers of humanity's technology, ever searching for remnants of knowledge from man's glorious past, exploring the depths of the galaxy for worlds lost to mankind. In the name of their machine god, they manufacture the Imperial war machines within gigantic foundries known as Forge Worlds. Gradually, the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus shed their human weaknesses, replacing their limbs and organs with machinery that is both stronger and spiritually pure. Their leaders, the inscrutable Magi, protect the Forge Worlds and explore the furthest corners of the galaxy with their cohorts of Skitari troops. Oh, this is brilliant. That's actually a really good summary of what the Adeptus Mechanicus is. It is a time of warfare, tragedy, and portents of doom. Across this benighted galaxy, the Adeptus Mechanicus are one of mankind's last defenses against the new Dark Age. Or perhaps they will be the ones to hasten its dawn. Oof, that's ominous. I love it. An echo in the noosphere, Magos, an old transmission lost in the warp and recovered only now. Is it worthy of our attention? The Great Divide torments the galaxy. The resources of the Adeptus Mechanicus are stretched thin. Yeah, the Great Divide, if you don't know, the Acadia basically fell and they destroyed the last pylons, and there's a massive warp storm that's torn the galaxy apart and the Imperium's halved. And those on the other side, they can like hope for no, safety or reinforcements, and it's a pretty bad time to be alive. We are weaker than ever, though the Imperium at large knows it not. This represents an unknown but possible key to victory. An opportunity to research, perhaps avert the ill fate that has befallen us. The transmission origin is Silva Tenebris, part of Amissus Solaris with an Ultima Segmentum. Search the rolls, Redditus, gather them. 4 months later. So we heard rumors of something happening on a planet and we're going to check that out. Accessing Magos Rizak last log entry. Whoever finds this transmission and follows me here, give thanks that you will see what I have seen. But be wary, my fellow seekers of knowledge. Whatever lies beneath this world, I fear, I hope I have awoken it. I came to this world to investigate its ruins, but I found so much more. Terrors, yes, threats to body and soul. But by the Omnissiah, I found such wonders. Nice. This is the last transmission of Magos Rizak. He vanished while on an exploratory mission to investigate xenos structures on Silva Tenebris. Hypothesis, he found something. Our mission on this world is to ascertain any xenos presence, and if we find it, eliminate it as a threat to the Imperium. The opening of the Great Divide means we can call on no additional support from the Forge Worlds. We must achieve this with the troops and resources we bring with us. Yeah, but that's not gonna be easy. Benefit analysis. Peace for sector, knowledge from mankind, triple plus potential, triple plus opportunity. So yeah, this guy has like, he's modified himself so much, he's become so much like a machine that he talks like a computer. Which is pretty crazy. This guy's my favorite. An opportunity to destroy the works of the xenos, Skivola, not appropriate them. The Miscreant manuscripts, verse 619. What the enemy built, let it be made asunder, for to us it will be as a house of sand and knives. He's basically like the scripture guy. He knows all of the scripture and he like recites it whenever he can. Magi, we're approaching the target coordinates. This is like our servo skull, our little computer dude. Requesting warp travel state. That's our ship going through the warp. Weapon cache venting, picked screens blank, cogitator's overloading, warp storm, warp drive depleted, cataphrons have gone rogue, cast lens unoperational. Oof, yeah, shit went bad. Exiting the Empyrean. Location, eastern fringe, planet Silva Tenebris. Nice. So we actually got there, which is pretty lucky in terms of warp travel. I mean, as far as warp travel goes, actually ending up in the same system you wanted to go to is pretty damn lucky. Would you look at that? Isn't that beautiful? Just coming in through from another dimension. I love it. Oh man, she is a beauty. Looks like a, I don't know, like a light cruiser, I guess? Maybe a strike cruiser? I'm not sure. I'm not very good at identifying Mechanicus ships. Alright, there she is. Temperate climate, atmosphere standard, breathable. My Skitari troops should be able to operate down there without trouble. Are they ready to make landfall? As soon as we're in stable orbit, Magos. Administratum records indicate a single colony, St. Eckhard's Hope, on the surface near the Xenos ruins. No contact recorded in 2 centuries. Colony presumed failed. The only complaint I have about this game is that the tech priests and the Redditus, they aren't voiced. Which, you know, it makes sense in terms of lore because they speak binaric, which is the sound you hear when they talk. But I would have loved some voice acting because I'm just re-listening to the Imperator Wrath of the Omnissiah book again, which I highly recommend. It's amazing. And I just got all these voices stuck in my head, like these stereotypes of tech priests, and I'd love to hear some tech priests in this game, but maybe not. The Skitari will deploy to the surface near the ruins along with a team of tech priests under my direct command. I shall monitor them from my command throne on board. Servus Colreditus will serve as my eyes on the surface. We make landfall at once. Yes, Magos. I'll set up a forward command post. Rezek's transmission looked like it came from underground. We'll secure any entrances to an underground structure so your tech priest can begin the exploration. Okay, Agrolect sector located. This tomb reeks of stale, dusty antiquity. Its once stern architecture is littered with debris and tarnished with the patina of age. Here and there fissures in the structure cast feeble light over cracked and tarnished metal. The tomb was once brutalist and oppressive, as if designed to crush the spirits of its inhabitants. It is no less intimidating now, but instead of evoking a merciless guiding intelligence, it speaks only of decline and of death. This place seems abandoned at first glance, but as the exploratory troops move through its harsh corridors, the ancient dust stirs and something long dead begins to take on a facsimile of life. Oof, I love the writing in this game, it's amazing. Going by our fragmentary information, it looks like a buried tomb structure. Then the sword of the Omnissiah is ready to fall. We deploy immediately. I love this guy. Let secrets of this world equal 0. I love how they worded that. It's so interesting. They could have worded that in a lot of different ways, but they did this and it really adds a lot of character to the, well, the characters, and I love it. I love it. Videx. I counsel caution, Magos Faustinius. Our purpose should be here to destroy the threat of the alien, not to bask in its blasphemy. Aphorisms of the Logic Saints 7.91. In the presence of the Xenos lies the invisible miasma of corruption. Destruction is not possible from orbit, Videx. The structure is too deeply buried. And Skivola, I have no intention of plundering whatever trinkets I can find from this place. Well, I have every intention of plundering all the trinkets, because they will be quite useful. Alright, so this is the game. The exploratory unit of tech priests is inside the tomb and ready to proceed, Magos. There is no telling what we will find. My men will hold the perimeter in case of the unexpected. It would be folly to commit our whole manpower to the unknown, especially when the potential of a morale threat exists that the Skitarii are less able to withstand. I have the greatest respect for my Skitarii, but they are still far from the ascension that a tech priest affords. I agree, Subdomina. I shall lead the mission in person from the command throne. Servo-Skull Redditus shall be my eyes and ears on the ground. Omnissiah be praised, we're going in. I love it. Yeah, I don't need tutorials, and I don't think there's a way to turn them off. Is there a way to turn off the tutorials? Skip tutorial mission? No, I don't want to skip it, it's a fun mission. Although, yeah, I think we should skip it. Yeah, let's skip the... No, actually, the tutorial mission is actually pretty fun. Alright, so yeah, it's kind of like Darkest Dungeon. You move through little rooms, and you gotta get to the end, where there's a special thing. And there's gonna be enemies on the way, and it's great. So let's move here. And in each room there's like an event. These xenos hieroglyphs, I know of them. They are my undoers, necrons, mysterious, ill-researched, corruptive. This could be a rare sample of the necron language, Magos. We have barely any knowledge of it. Collecting data from this obelisk could move our understanding of the language ahead for the first time in centuries. This is a work of the alien, Magos. Codex Fulminatus 83.12. Show caution and scorn in all things. Yep, so we can basically interact with stuff in several ways. Secure, scourge, or destroy it, or scrutinize it. Let's scrutinize it. We're detecting a massive energy spike from inside the tomb. Something's happening in there, something huge. Oh, this guy's cool. Noctilith source detected, also known as Blackstone. Request collection immediate. So yeah, Blackstone is like the money in this game, and it's super useful, and yeah, not much else to say about it. So in our group we have 2 tech priests, well, one of them's an apprentice, and 4 servitors. Alright, nothing here. And servitors are like slaves who have been... They're slaves or criminals or heretics who have been like implanted heavily with machine bits, and they can't think at all. Their brain has been removed, so they're just like they're a robot essentially, but made out of human bits, and it's pretty scary, pretty fucked up too. Very grimdark, very 40k. Necrons. Rizak did encounter them after all. No wonder he didn't make it off this planet. Every datum we have says they are as deadly as they are inhuman. So, caution. Let's do caution, because you can never be too cautious when fighting. Oh man, this fade, it's really scary, and I love it. I love this game. The atmosphere is really perfect. Oof, look at them. Xenos form detected. Confirmed. Redditus conjugators now function for synthetic forms. Overwhelming excitement. Finally, we can study this Necron warrior. Weak spots detected plus none equals concerning. I wonder about the symbols emblazoned on their torsos. It must... Oh, I don't know how to voice her. Do not underestimate. Gauss weaponry highly volatile. This is true. I've heard of our brothers and sisters of the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mysteries of these xenos weapons. Approach with caution. It is also, double-checking conjugators, widely known that they will plus self-repair, plus reanimate, or plus reconstruct themselves if left time to do so. Wounds that would instantly kill a Skitarii are the equivalent to a Class C graze to Necrons. Damn, it's pretty scary. Alright, so, yeah, okay, I don't need your tutorials, thanks mate. So yeah, we get to, like in XCOM and in Xenonauts and other games, we get to set up at the beginning of the round. So let's put our, actually, I don't want to put my apprentice there, because he's a bit shit. So we'll put our apprentice over here, and we'll put our Magos Manarius, who has a Phosphor Serpenta, which is pretty badass. And yeah, let's go. Come on, please don't shoot me. Through pain I find wisdom. How come they get to go first? Come on, let's do this. Alright, so there's these things called, what do you call them? Cognition, which basically lets you do special things and use special weapons. This guy only has like a basic pistol, so it doesn't affect him. But we also can use a servo skull to, yeah, okay, whatever, dude. To like reveal the stats of the enemy, like scan them, and I love that. That's such a cool mechanic. Because finally, you know, servo skulls get some use in a video game, and I love it. Because servo skulls are like, they're a pretty important part of the 40k world, and nobody ever like gives them a whole lot of notice. So as you can see, this guy, he's basically a norm, and you can zoom down super low and you can see how the combat plays out, and I love it. So yeah, as you can see, this guy is basically just a normal human in a robe with gas masks and a little additional arm strapped onto him with his macro stubber, which is like I don't know, like an automatic pistol, I guess. And yeah, and we'll get to upgrade them and make him overpowered. So let's shoot with our macro stubber and do no damage. Oh wow, actually we did a ton of damage. Wow, I did not expect that. Yeah, and the thing is, these necrons, they have, you know, famously they can reanimate. So if we leave him here for several turns, he will come back, and that's pretty scary. It's a great mechanic, I love it. This game is really interesting in terms of its mechanics because it stays loyal to, I mean not loyal, but I don't know what's the word, correct in terms of the lore, and it makes it into interesting game mechanics that work and are really fun. So great. Alright, let's collect 1 cognition. And now we have 2 cognition. Now we can shoot our phosphorus serpenta, which is a pretty terrifying weapon. It's basically a white phosphorus gun. Oof. I imagine it's not very good against necrons because they're robots, but against like living beings, that would be terrifying. No threat remaining. Yeah, of course this is the tutorial mission, so everything's a bit easy, but that's okay. All xenos life forms purged. Brilliant. Let's move on. And we took a bit of HP, but that's okay. Let's move onwards. What's in this little chamber? Nothing. Okay, let's move on to the next one, and we're almost at the end of this first beginner kind of scenario. Hypothesis formulation. Sarcophagi, coffins, burial places. Structural purpose designation, tomb. Alright, let's observe, ignore. Yeah, let's intrigue, let's observe. They're waking up. Oh nice, we got a bunch of blackstone. Sweet. And let's move on to the next battle. I haven't used the servitors because I killed them on the first turn, but I imagine here we'll use them. After exploring the chamber for several minutes, a tile underfoot clicks. The sound of whirring energy builds up around your troops. A quick omnispect scan reveals you're surrounded on all sides by xenos life forms. Sweet. Let's kill some xenos. Alright, so the same setup, 2 warriors, except now you see there's these little round things on the floor, and that's where little assholes called scarabs come from, and they're basically like flying bugs, and I hate them, and they're miserable. They make my life miserable. But you know, they're not. It's not like they're overpowered. It's just they can repair the enemy. And these are servitors. We're putting down servitors, and I'll show them off in a second. Yeah, okay, dude. So yeah, as the tutorial is trying to tell us, there are 2 types of units. There are your tech priests, which you can customize, and then there's servitors and other units. They're basically meat shields and support. So yeah, this is it. This used to be a human, and now it's a shaking, miserable, constantly in pain mess of metal and wire and flesh, and it's honestly terrifying. Imagine being turned into one of those. Yep, pretty bad fate. Okay, let's send them forward, and they walk kind of funny, and I like it. They kind of boom 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 like some cartoon. And there, obviously, the servitors are basically only melee, of course, because they have this like big construction claw or whatever you want to call it. All right, let's send these boys forward as well. They kind of remind me of Big Daddies from Bioshock, which is obviously a great thing. Alright, let's take 3 cognition, which is pretty great. And can I shoot someone from here? It's not that I want to, but let's move our tech priest up. And use our servo skull to reveal the stats of this boy. And I think we still have our other tech priest, Magos Manarius, or whatever his name is. Yeah, Magos Manarius. Let's use his servo skull to identify this necron. Okay, 5 health, 2 energy armor. There's 2 types of armor, energy and like physical, which is similar to a lot of games. Let's move him forward, and he also has this thing called an Omnissiah axe, which is just an axe made out of gears and shit, and it's beautiful. I love it. My tech priest Dominus that I'm actually working on right now in miniatures has one of those, and it's great. I love it. All right, let's shoot our phosphorus serpenta. Oh, this game is absolutely beautiful, by the way, if that hasn't become clear. It's gorgeous. And the sound effects all feel pretty good as well, which I'm really glad for. Yeah, he's gonna take out the servitor, or at least almost take him out, because these are ancient Gauss weapons, or Gauss, I don't know. Also, a super cool thing about servitors is when they take damage, they give you cognition points, which is super useful. And they still get to live, which is nice, at least for a bit. And there we go, the scarabs. Great fun. And they can attack us, and they can also repair the necrons, so we're gonna want to stop them from repairing the necrons. What are those? Opportunity equals knowledge. Gather. Must obtain. Required. Rezac. Scarabs detected. Source data surfacing. No life forms detected. Area safe. Continue forwards. Redditus, verify your cogitators, then tell me what surfaced from Magos Rezac's cogitators. Scarabs of an unknown xenos race. Synthetic, possibly artificial intelligence. Once specimens gathered, AI theory equals false. So yeah, they're just flying robots. BXF studies show that there are many variants of Scarab, each with their own roles within the xenos economy and architecture. Able to build and deconstruct anything they encounter, they are able to repair their units within their species with lightning speed. Be warned, they are deadly in large swarms. It appears the machine spirit is with us. We've been able to access some more of Rezac's data that we thought was corrupt. It must be due to us recording these xenos forms that the machine spirit has blessed us with access to these cogitator records. It's unsure why he would lock this under a synthetic proximity encryption. Alright, whatever. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, every round all the little taps of cognition points get restored, which is pretty nice. Alright, let's move a servitor and do some damage. Okay, now that's a lot of damage. He will respawn in like, what, 3 turns? Yeah, so we're gonna leave the servitor here, just let him chill, and the next turn we're gonna smack him again. Okay. You, servitor, I want you to break these scarabs, at least a little bit. And you can zoom all the way in and see how it happens. And it's beautiful, I love it. So yeah, since we didn't scan these, we don't know how much damage they took and how much HP they have left, which is a very interesting mechanic. I quite like that a lot. Okay, let's send our servitor to wreck this dude. And the thing about these basic Necron warriors is that they are only long range, so in melee they can't do anything. So it's pretty good idea to... Okay, he absorbed the damage from that. Okay, we can use our tech priest to shoot at the scarab, which I will do because that's the only thing he can do. And he almost wrecked them, which is fine. Good on you, mate. Alright, this guy, we're gonna use our Omnissiah axe, which is so great. Boom. Love it. Amazingly, they withstood that, but whatever. Yep, okay. Oh yeah, and like in many games, when an enemy moves out of melee, your dudes get to do an attack of opportunity, which is great. I love that. It's a perfectly logical mechanic which can, you know, greatly help you, but also, you know, mess you up pretty hard. Alright, destruction is the destiny of the xenos. Of course, absolutely. Alright, more scarabs. Yay. No? Just a hole in the ground with some gas? Okay, that was pretty weird. Alright, yeah, you finish off this dude. Yeah, and if you hit them while they're down before they can recover, they're defeated. They teleport away to other parts of the tomb, which is pretty sweet. Alright, this other servitor, and you can rotate the map with Q and E, and it's like 4 different angles, which is great. It works fine. It works great, actually. Alright, let's use the servitor to keep making him feel pain. 3 damage, nice. Very nice. And move him up here. And he couldn't do an opportunity attack because he doesn't do melee. Let's move our apprentice over here and shoot him with our macro stubber. That did nothing. Okay, brilliant. Let's send our we don't need our servo skull at the moment. Can you shoot him with the Serpenta? Brilliant, let's do it. Oof, that was hardcore. That's a lot of damage. Alright, no threat remaining. Brilliant. That was good stuff. All Xenos life forms purged. Brilliant. Let's move into the last final important chamber. Yeah, okay, whatever. Negative signs of hostile forces seeking permission to proceed with data collection protocols. Confirmed. Permission authorized. Acknowledged, Magos. Protocol begins. What is primary focus, sire? Knowledge of Necron forces, numbers, defenses, locations, any form of data on how many remain on this rock. Secondly, source the purpose of this tomb, why it was built. Interface devices all but eroded. There is one device that may hold answers, but Necron data looms are incomprehensible to Imperium archeotech. This might take a while. Idea, Megas. If I may take host of this priest, I could be of assistance. Approved. Noospheric interfacing complete. Hard to decipher purpose. List of suggestions. Megas plus deconstruct device plus activate switch mechanism plus learn necron language and return later. What will it be, sire? Always so meticulous with your lists, Tech Acquisitor. Engage any xenos mechanisms, although I detest to do so. The promise of the rewards are too great to ignore. Having to lower ourselves to the xenos learnings may be the only way to reach the archeotech we seek. Protocol updated. Confusion. Noospheric interference. The noosphere, by the way, if you don't know, it's like their hotspot. It's how they communicate. Disconnect at once. Purge, reset. Noospheric disconnection complete. Possible scrap code. Will fragment now. Fragmenting. Sorry, we have unfavorable issues to deal with. Requesting Dominus input. Fragmenting. Explain. As Tech Acquisitors Kivola left suddenly, my cogitators glitched. Augmentations entered sporadic reaction protocols and have fried vital sign regitories. Unclear of full damage report. Necron device is now activated, sire. Fragmenting. 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 Remove yourself from the noosphere, Skivola. Reditus report. The tomb is waking, sire. Reports from Skitari cohorts across the planet note that tremors vex their locals. We've lost contact with the Skitari that were covering the entrance to this tomb. We can hear noises of approaching forces. Well, this is obviously a great thing. Improve protection protocols, load weapons, and ready for what is to come. We must face the Xenos.
I wake with the turning of aeons. Stars yet burn, life yet blossoms. Is it truly time?
Oh god, major shivers. I mean, I love what they've done to the Necron Lord, Agrolek. The voice acting is superb. And which just makes me wonder why they didn't do voice acting for the tech priests, at least some of them. Thrones of Mars, what was that? An omnilinguistic transmission, Megos. It seems these mute constructs are not the only inhabitants of this structure.
What is this? Flesh and steel combined. A mockery of both. Their every footstep a blasphemy. What manner of galaxy is this into which I have awoken?
Dude, that's pretty rude. But yeah, if you don't know the Necrons, they've been sleeping in their tombs for 60 million years. Yeah, million. The Imperium of Man and the Adeptus Mechanicus have existed for 10,000 years. The Necrons went to sleep 60 million years ago. It's such a mind-boggling number. It just shows like the true scale of the Warhammer timeline, and it's terrifying. I love it. Principal Xenos warform sighted. Exotic energy signatures past sensor range. Designate the Xenos Abominatus. High value target confirmed. The hunt is on. What are your orders, Megos? Yeah, we can't face this thing because I know what it is and it will fuck you up. So we will not try to... no, we can't be trying to capture it. We'll fall back. Which basically means we have to follow a certain route. I concur, Megos, but I fear this foe will not give us leave to depart.
Insects. This galaxy is infested with vermin.
Oh man, I get shivers. It's actually genuinely scary. I love it. So good. Alright, let's fight, I guess. Man, the guy, whatever, the voice acting for the Agrolek dude is fantastic. So yeah, we have to get over here. And this guy will try to stop us. Yeah, okay, whatever, dude, I don't care. Alright, let's position our forces. This is our enemy. If you don't know what this is, it is a destroyer. I'll explain in a second. We'll set up our tech priests here because we're gonna try to do try to run around them and go to the escape. Let's put our here and put servitors here to kind of slow them down, and we'll put a servitor with our tech priests over here. Okay, great. Alright, so if you don't know what this is, or rather if you haven't played the Dawn of War games, this is a Necron destroyer or destroyer lord. And they're basically flying tanks, and they're unstoppable and terrifying, and whenever I played them in Dawn of War I felt like just this evil eradicator, which is exactly what the Necrons are. And if we do a little scan of this dude with one of our servo skulls, it will not be a pleasant experience, because we will not be able to fight him in our current kind of loadout for our tech priests. Because our tech priests start out pretty weak, because remember, this is the tutorial mission, so we are still a bit underpowered. Alright, the servitors are done. Can we move our tech priests? Okay. We'll move our tech priests. We want to gather cognition, for sure. Okay, brilliant. And let's send one of the servo skulls to start collecting more cognition. Because that's all we need to get out of this mission, basically. Because if you have cognition, you can do like extra movement, which is great. It's a really nice mechanic. You see, I can do more movement. And if I have more of these, I can basically do it 4 times until I run out of cognition. And I love it. It's a great mechanic. But yeah, we're done with this guy. So yes, our second tech priest. We're not going to waste our cognition yet. Because I want these servitors to lure the Lord down here. Okay, that's good. I didn't use the servo skull. That was stupid. Okay, our servitor will come with them as cover. And there's also obviously necron warriors, because this mission wasn't difficult enough.
I sailed the void for 1,000 years. I fought the war in heaven. What can you do to strike fear in one such as I?
Man, that's truly terrifying. Getting major goosebumps. But yeah, the war in heaven, man, that was. I love that they're actually like, no, not so much respecting the lore, but like, and they're all dead. Yeah, this is what I mean when we can't stand up to this guy. He just killed all of our servitors in one fell swoop. So I'm thinking of maybe sending my servitor back to lure him. I hope that works. That would be very nice if that works. Okay, cognition gauge is full. Interesting. So you won't collect cognition. So move over here and take a couple of shots in the necron warrior. But it's full. Oh, whatever. Oh yeah, because we used the far walking. Okay, do a bit of damage. Oh, critical. Brilliant. But we didn't kill him. Shame. And you, my friend, well, you're gonna be in the line of sight of the Lord. Oh well, let's put you over here. Use my Phosphor Serpenta on the warrior. Oh wow, we got wrecked. Absolutely annihilated. Just gets ragdolled, and I love it. It's beautiful. Critical damage is great. Yeah, let's use our servo skull to grab some more cognition. I love how he flies around these, like, because these are like suspended levels with different heights. He just kind of wobbles around. I love it. All right, let's advance our tech priests ahead. Okay, good stuff. Hopefully he doesn't go for us. Let's. I don't think we can use our our servitor as distraction. Fuck it. Let's send them along with them. Like, I kind of cocked it up because I meant to send the servitors. I didn't mean to send them so far. But yeah, if the Necron Lord starts chasing us, we're boned.
How dare these wretched things stand before the void admiral of Cesaragon?
Yeah, alright, old man, we get it. Please don't come and kill my tech priest. No, he's coming to kill my tech priest. Please go after the servitor. No, please not. Oh, that's a lot of damage. That's bad. Okay, cognition is replenished. Let's get the frick out of here. I mean, that's the only thing we can do, and I hope we can send in the servitor to distract him. At least for one turn. That's basically all we need. Okay, you go. Okay, yep, grab that cognition. Can you go a bit farther? Yeah, you can. Okay, go for it. You can go even farther to try to collect this cognition, which... I mean, that's pretty cool. Let's do it. Because we lose nothing. We just moved up a little bit. But we can't repair him at the moment. And yeah, let's grab some cognition with our servo skulls. Okay, brilliant. That means that our other dude should be able to advance. Oh yeah, quite far. Lovely. I don't think the Necron Lord can catch up with us this far, which is good. And now give me the shitty servitor. Oh yeah, let's actually attack him with the servitor. Let's see how much damage we can do. Oh, we won't notice we didn't scan him. Oh shit, he actually like wobbled it. Nice servitor, your heroism will not be forgotten. Well, I mean, actually it will be completely forgotten because that's your role. Oh no, don't kill my tech priest. Okay, okay, she's still alive. Or he, I'm not sure. Well, it doesn't matter. A lot of tech priests are genderless.
When my Once more, vermin like you shall be strung from my prow.
It doesn't sound very efficient, but whatever floats your boat. Agrolek. What kind of fucking name is Agrolek? I mean, obviously the little servitor is dead. Oh shit, it's coming after us. Please don't be able to reach us. Oh, he uses condition. No. Okay, no, he didn't. He didn't reach us. Oh, thank Christ. Okay, apprentice Jeremiah, or whatever your name is. Run to the escape zone. You can do it, my friend. I trust in you. And you can't use your servo scroll. Use your servo scroll to grab some more cognition. And to bail the fuck out of there. I think we did it. We just about made it. Brilliant. And no casualties, at least not from tech priests, because servitors are disposable. Successfully escaped. Lovely. And one was pretty heavily damaged, our tech priest, but he'll be fine. The cohort successfully escapes with the xenos life forms. Great, that's our first mission completed. Report, Capra. Well, we got this squad out alive, Magos. That has to count as a victory under the circumstances. We encountered a Necron war form of capability well beyond our expectations. Yeah, the Necron Lord. Yes, I do not need to hold my emotional engrams. However, one battle won is not a success. We will eventually face losses on this mission. When this happens, we must press on beyond our failures to reach success. It's like a Churchill speech. And there is something else. The reanimation. The Necrons are waking up. It started when Rizak stumbled on the tomb, but our arrival is accelerating the process. The obelisk may have been a form of intruder alarm, and now the sarcophagi in the tomb are starting to open. Brilliant! Then we will no longer enjoy the luxury of time. Whatever we do on Silva Tenebris must be done before the Necrons awake completely. We do not even know how far the tomb complex extends. We are under the gun then. Omnissiah preserve us of our duty is ever easy. I return sorrow and despair from my emotional cores, but I see they lack the logic to determine decision-making. Instead, I choose to quarantine them and adjust our approach. The word of the Omnissiah teaches that when one method fails, another one must be sought until all are exhausted. I love the writing, the dialogue is great in this game. Then what are your orders, Magos? The Skitari will explore the tomb chamber by chamber, and maintain a foothold. My tech priests will be deployed to achieve crucial objectives and respond to crises. Time may be a factor, but our mission can only be achieved with the thoroughness of a full deployment. I shall mobilize the Skitari immediately, Magos. If you don't know what Skitari is, I have a few models of them. They're like soldiers that are modified with like exoskeletons and like metal legs and stuff, and like basic computer integration to their body to make them basically effective warriors. Opportunity detected. Leader forms of Necrons rarely never observed. Potential of triple plus intelligence on Necrons added to some total of human knowledge. Imperative. Focus on acquiring artifacts intelligence data from. Hold your blasphemous tongues, Kivona. You counsel the abandonment of our very souls. Life of Archimagos Borasis, Appendix 9. Our only objective should be death to the alien and all his works. All else is deviance from the Omnissiah creed. If intelligence gain equals true, then go to victory. Aphorism retrieval. To face an enemy unknown is to fight in the dark. Better in ignorance than in heresy. Oh god, I waited so long to say that word. Better in ignorance than in heresy. Yes, better in ignorance than in heresy. I return frustration at your conflict and choose to experience it. There will be bloodshed enough on Silva Tenebris without the Magi coming to blows. In our purposes, we are united. This is the will of the Omnissiah. And it shall be done. Yes, it shall be done. Great. Magos, the readings from the tomb are troubling. The Skitari have been monitoring the structure we uncovered, and what they have found gives me grave concern. Explains, biologists. The Necron construct forms are waking up. It seems Magos Rizak accidentally began the process, and our intrusion into the structure hastened it. These Necron reanimation protocols are continuing in the tomb we entered, and from the energy spikes across the region there are other structures yet to be uncovered. My plan for the exploration of Silva Tenebris will locate these structures and contain the constructs within. That may not be enough, Magos. I have detected a repeating pattern in the reanimation protocols, and the rate of Necrons are awakening. They are speeding up. That's bad. Can you be certain? The necrons are machines. Machines act according to patterns and programs. If their animation protocols continue to accelerate, they will fully awake every necron on this planet in 264 hours. Given the extent of the buried structures that will constitute a necron army beyond this mission's ability to contain. I see. Then our time here is limited. Strategic calculations indicate time spent deployed on missions will affect the overall number of missions we'll be able to deploy. So yeah, this is another very interesting game mechanic that I'm not sure how I feel about it. I kind of like it, but also it's a bit strange. Basically, the more time you spend in the dungeons, the fewer missions you'll be able to do, which means you'll be able to get less loot, but at the same time, if you explore every room, you'll be able to get more loot. It's a very interesting mechanic. I quite like it, but also I'm not completely confident on it. I will send Skitarii scouting parties to discover other tombs and create forward positions for your high-priority missions, sire. If the threat on Silva Tenebris is not assessed and eliminated before full reanimation is reached, we will be forced to abandon the planet. Alright, cool. I fear they are right. I feel fear too. That is part of my humanity I have chosen to retain. But I can quarantine it in my neurovaults and choose instead to focus on what must be done. We must choose our missions wisely. It will not be easy. The Omnissiah did not send us here to do anything easy. The threat to humanity present on this world will be eliminated or we shall not leave. Thus the equation is balanced. It is the will of the machine god. God, I love it. Alright, so we discovered another tomb. Yeah, okay, I don't care what it is. And yeah, if you haven't noticed, this little map here, that's where we actually played the game if you paid attention. And I love it. So yeah, there's tech and there's cohort where we can upgrade our tech priests, but I think this video is dragged on for way too long. So yes, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more of this kind of stuff. Leave any comments in the comments below, any suggestions, recommendations, or literally anything else. Leave it in the comments below. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.